In this video, I'm gonna show you guys how to completely clean and dress your car tires without any water. Now let's get straight into it. What's going on, and welcome back to the Wilson Auto Detailing community. If you're a pro detailer or a car enthusiast who wants to improve your detailing ability, then definitely consider subscribing. So right now I am in a situation that many detailers find themselves in. It is raining outside and I'm having to detail a car in the garage. So I get questions all the time. What do you do when you don't have water? What do you do when it's raining outside? What do you do if you don't carry a water tank and your customer is concerned about you using their water? What do you do if you're in an apartment building and there is no water? And so, because those are very real problems for many detailers, and for example, myself in my own auto detailing world, I get stuck in the rain sometimes and I have to do things in garages that don't have drains and that aren't fit to wash cars, so I have to figure out ways to do things without water. Tires are one of the dirtiest part of the vehicle, one of the most problem areas for many detailers, particularly when you don't have water, because when you're dealing with something that's very, very dirty like an engine, it's very useful to have water to rinse things away. So the strategy I'm about to show you guys is actually really not that mind-blowing, but let's go ahead and check it out. So you guys can see that this tire is really not that dirty. So number one, let me just give this disclaimer. When you're using this strategy, it's going to be much, much easier on tires that are not that dirty. Maybe your maintenance clients, your cars that you see on a regular basis. However, let me also say this. This strategy can also be used on dirtier tires when you get stuck in the rain or when you're at a client's house where you can't actually use their water. So it can be used in both situations, but again, it's going to be much, much easier with a car that is maintained and their tires are maintained. And thirdly, let me say this. With car tires that are horribly just disgusting, like mudding, like just very dirty, this is not going to be a strategy that you want to use. So let me just make sure that I get all that out in the open before I do anything else. What I'm going to be using is Super Clean Full Strength. Super Clean is a degreaser that I love. It is not diluted in this bottle whatsoever. I'm literally going to apply it to the tire just like I would if I were cleaning it with water. Now next, you can use just a regular tire brush if you want. What I use to clean these thinner tires like this is I have a 2-inch drill brush right here. This is a very firm drill brush, very firm bristles, and that way it actually spares me a lot of time because the drill basically does the cleaning for me, so I don't have to use a bunch of energy, a bunch of muscle, and waste a bunch of time scrubbing. So I'm literally just gonna take my really firm drill brush attached to my DeWalt power drill here and work in the degreaser. Now, believe it or not, I'm gonna take a damp microfiber towel and I'm literally just gonna scrub the tire with pretty good amount of force, honestly, and scrub it pretty good. Scrub half the tire just like this, and then what I like to do is flip my microfiber towel over for obvious reasons and do the same exact thing to this side. Now for the sake of this video, I'm not going to do it, but what I would also do is take a damp microfiber towel that's a little bit softer, maybe more of like your waxing towel, spray some Optimum No Rinse solution, and just quickly wipe down the wheel, just to make sure you get all that overspray off so it's not sitting there, because you're not washing it off with a hose. Now you guys can see how dirty my microfiber is. I might do it a third time and just go around and make sure that I got all the degreaser off here. And now, let me take you guys in and show you this firsthand. So I don't know about you, but this looks fantastic. Now again, I do want to reiterate, this is a tire that is maintained. It was already fairly clean, but you guys see how simple that was. And again, this is not a mind-blowing strategy, but this is something that I do on a ton of vehicles that I see, because many that I see I detail in the garage. I'll even do this strategy sometimes when it's not raining, just because the tire is already in such good condition that I don't need to hose it down and make a lot more work for myself when I can get results like this using just a microfiber, a brush, and some degreaser. Now normally I would dress a tire like this size and kind of this texture. I would just dress it with some Chemical Guys VRP, but just to make things really fast for the sake of this video, I'm gonna put some Stoner More Shine tire shine on it, And again, I'm gonna watch the overspray, but I'm just being careful with that. And I'm gonna condition it with this Tire Shine from an aerosol can. I love Stoner Tire Shine, More Shine Tire Shine. It's amazing. I get it in like a 12-pack straight from the manufacturer normally. And these are the kind of results that you can get using absolutely no water. Now, some detailers are gonna go, Luke, you're leaving so much leftover degreaser on the tire. You're leaving leftover degreaser on the wheel. And the fact of it is, you know what? Maybe there's a tiny level of degreaser left on the tire, left on the wheel after you address it with the ONR, after you wipe it down like crazy. But the fact of it is, the amount that might be left over is so negligible in years and years and years of using this strategy and years of using this strategy on some of my maintenance clients' cars. Those tires crack and fade no more quickly than any other tire that you soap up and you brush and you spray down with a hose. There's just zero difference between the two. So tires can be just a very, very difficult area when you don't have water, and particularly for the beginner detailers. I remember when I was starting out and I would panic when I couldn't use water with things like this because I was like, how am I gonna do it? But the fact of it is, there's so many things that we just tend to overthink about this. Now again, there are certain areas, these tires in particular are very easy to use this strategy on. They're cleaner, the texture is not too difficult to deal with, they're smaller. When you're dealing with like SUV tires or tires that are a little bit dirtier than this, I understand it's gonna take more time than this, it's gonna be a little bit more difficult, but again, there's things that you have to adapt to in the detailing world when you're an auto detailer and you're doing this all the time. When you can't use water, you might have to spend a little bit more time using a strategy like this. But again, this is how I clean and dress tires to completion with absolutely no water. Now, just as an added note, one thing that I do actually a lot of times that I didn't show in this video is when I know that I can't use water, I'll fill up a pump sprayer with like a gallon tank of water. So for example, before I leave my house, or if I just can't use a bunch of water from the client's house, I'll fill it up from the hose, a 1 gallon pump sprayer, pump it up, and then you have pressurized water to use in scenarios like this. So for example, if these were a little bit dirtier, I would do that same strategy, but I would actually rinse them at least a little bit with that pump sprayer, that pressurized water. And that's another fantastic tool that I'll hook up in the description box for you guys to have, because that comes in handy in many areas like this in the detailing world. So if you guys want to use any of the tools or products used in this video, then definitely check out the Amazon links below. I'll hook up links to the power drill, to the brush, to the dressing I use, to the degreaser, all that good stuff, as well as the pump sprayer. If you buy any of that through my Amazon links, it does give this channel a small commission, but it helps this channel stay alive so I can keep giving out content just like this all the time. If you like this video, hit the thumbs up button, and if you have any questions, comments, concerns, hook up all that stuff in the YouTube comments below, because I do always read those and I'm sure to get back to you guys as fast as I can. And if you are new to the Wilson Auto Detailing community and you are a pro detailer or a car enthusiast wants to improve your business and your detailing ability, then definitely consider subscribing. Thank you guys so much for being involved here in this community, and as always from Luke here at Wilson Auto Detailing, keep working hard, and I'll see you guys in the next video.